Welcome back, guys. Now, 1 in 4 women will experience intimate partner violence at some point in her lifetime.
We're joined now by Lisa Nitch from House of Ruth. Lisa, that number is pretty difficult to hear. 1 in 4 women.
1 in 4? It is. A quarter of the women that we know are going to be impacted by intimate partner violence.
What are some of the signs of an unhealthy relationship? Because a lot of times women, it's hard to, differentiate that, because they might feel that they love someone and their husband might, be violent, but they're like, you know what, he still loves me.
Yeah.
And then they stay.
And there's a bit of a honeymoon phase that happens after someone's been abusive, which is, we kind of call it the recapturing phase.
Okay.
So something horrible happens, and often the abusive partner will do something wonderful to follow it up and kind of recapture their victim. I encourage people to look at what happens when you disagree. When there's an argument, when there's a disagreement in a relationship, do you feel safe? Do you feel respected? And that's really important. Kind of focus on when there's conflict, what does that look like?
In October is National Domestic Awareness Month.
It is, yeah.
And you guys just recently had your Man Up event. Tell us about that. How did it go?
So it was a fantastic event. We're trying to raise awareness. We really want to start engaging more men as allies in this work. We know the vast majority of men will never be violent toward a partner, maybe 1 in 10. But that 1 in 10 is doing a tremendous amount of damage. A quarter of women are going to be victimized. So we know that most people who perpetrate are going to have more than one victim. It's really important that we get men who are nonviolent to really speak out against this, because people who are abusive, unfortunately, they believe all other men are doing this. They think that it's normal. Oftentimes they grew up in violent homes themselves, and they've never gotten a message anywhere that says it's not okay.
It's a cycle of violence.
Yeah. Do you think that men are more receptive hearing this message from other men?
Absolutely. I know it for sure. I've worked 20 years working with men who are abusive toward their partners, and to hear men challenge each other, it's really powerful. Somebody who shares your experience, and sometimes, there really is a bit of a, we need role modeling. Yeah. And so to hear from leaders in our community, men who, particularly with the Man Up initiative that we have, really targeting men in our community who look like leaders. We've got Steve Smith Sr. supporting us from the Baltimore Ravens. It's fantastic. Getting men like that to speak out, to say it's not okay, makes a tremendous impact.
Tell us about the great work that House of Ruth is doing.
Yeah, so we are best known for our victim services. We have one of the largest emergency shelters in the country with 84 beds. We do counseling for victims and their children. We have a full-service legal clinic that helps with protective orders and peace orders, and we do some limited divorce and custody. And then we also have programs who are for people who have been abusive, where they're men or they're women, programs to help them kind of relearn some new behaviors and try and have healthier relationships.
I guarantee one of our viewers right now might be suffering through this.
Absolutely.
What advice can you give for them to leave a relationship that is not healthy?
Yeah, the first thing I would say is you don't have to leave to start a path towards safety. That there are small steps you can take. Often abusers will try and isolate their victims. They'll ruin their relationships with family and friends. I encourage, for your viewers who know someone, all of us know somebody who's in an unhealthy relationship. It's going to take a survivor 5 to 7 times leaving an abusive relationship before they leave for good. Often by the 5th, the 6th, or the 7th call, the family isn't taking the calls anymore, their friends are fed up, and people are really frustrated. So I encourage, if you're a friend or a family member, keep taking those calls. And if you're a survivor, no, you don't have to leave the relationship to begin a path towards safety. Just start talking about it with somebody. Call our 24-hour hotline. It's 410-889-RUTH. There's always a live, trained person there to take that call. Just start talking with somebody about what steps you can take towards safety.
Thank you so much.
If you need help, you can reach out to House of Ruth, and they will be there for you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being with us today.
Absolutely.
Coming up, the schoolyard brawl has been replaced by the Facebook fight.
How a group of teens are working to resolve conflicts on social media. We'll be right back, guys.
Don't go anywhere.